This is the Post Shift Podcast, a raw look at the hospitality industry.
What's happening, Post Shifters? I apologize that I didn't do an episode last week with the build out and a few things I've been trying to mitigate. Build out's been put behind, so I'm here for at least another 4 weeks on top of my 6 weeks originally, which opens up a whole different bunch of issues of visa permits. You can stay here 30 days without a visa, so I'm trying to figure out a way to get away for a weekend, but plan that within the opening and stuff like that. That's not an easy task to do, and it's getting a little bit more difficult, and so stress me out a little bit. But this episode, I didn't do one last week, so this week I wanted to talk about support systems and having people in your life that lift you up and don't pull you down. And I know that's a cliche sort of bullshit sort of term, but my daughter and my wife, who I miss immensely and deeply, are really the reason why I can do this job here in Singapore. Jill and I talked a lot before I came over, before I even got this job actually, about the fact that eventually my line of work would have to go international, mainly because to get the sort of business I can get here in Singapore and Asia, it just does not exist in Canada. There's consulting jobs, but they're usually well under budgeted for what you deserve to be paid. And Asia is a market that is ripe and open. And so we sort of talked about it a lot and knew that travel was going to be something that was a big portion of what I was going to be doing in the future. And the hard thing is that I got good friends. I got one of my best friends, Solomon, my team, Raven, and that sort of thing, all supported this move, and I'm still running the bar at Pags, which is very odd. I'm doing the ordering and the logistics still, and then Miss Raven is running the operations, and she's doing a spectacularly good job keeping the fort down there. And I just, to move on from bartending onto a position where I can sort of balance out my passion and my craft, was always going to be difficult in Canada. So I thought, well, we're going to have to take this international, and when I got this job in Singapore, I had to take a really good step. I was away for a week in Portugal, or in Lisbon for the Lisbon Bar Show, and then Jill and I chatted about this when I got back, and originally it was supposed to be 6 weeks. It's progressing now. I'm hoping to bring the girls out here or do something like that, but you need to have people in your life that support you, and it's easy to say, well, that's easy to do, and friends and blah blah, but like literally you can't have anyone in your life telling you can't do something. Doesn't matter if it's a family member, your best friend, anything. Like, you can't have those people in your life, because if you have those people in your life, you cannot achieve anything, and you can't achieve what you deserve to be achieving, which is a whole different animal. You need to have people who are positive, and it's all, I understand there's fucking memes and fucking positive thinking, and I don't want to be a motivational speaker or that sort of thing, but like, you need to have people in your life who back your every decision almost on blind faith. And I have that in my wife, I have that in my daughter. And this separation, I'm opening a new bar literally 2 days after my 10-year wedding anniversary, and my wife is still supporting me. She's not giving me grief. She's supportive. She's missing me. I'm missing her. Mila's a little bit different. She's being more like dad and hiding her feelings. So that's sort of her thing. I'm looking forward. Like, I'm almost tearing up, like how much I'm missing them. But having those people in your life that can tell you that you can do anything and achieve anything if you put your mind to it is the utmost, most important thing. Like, you can be a positive person. You can have the right voice in your head, which there's days when I have the wrong voice in my head. I have someone else's voice in my head. I don't know whose the fuck it is, but it pisses me off on days. But you need to have the right people backing you and supporting you and telling you that you can do anything, even when you don't think you can. This is a bit of a tearjerker episode, but this is really about support network, and surrounding yourself with the right people is more important than anything else in the world. So guys, if you've got dreams, if you've got aspirations, you can do anything. You just need the right people to back you and to force you to be a better person, be a better version of yourself outside of what you actually think you can actually do. So on that teary note, This is a post-shift shot. I will see you next week. I promise I'm going to do something next week. I'm actually going to tape it straight away and put it up. Thank you everybody for the support. I miss you all so much back home in Canada. I miss my nitros today, happy. I miss my beers at the Drake. I miss my mezcals and tequila at Cafe Mexico. I miss my mid-afternoon sessions at Veneto with the boys. So I do miss you all so much, and thank you very much for the support. I'll keep you updated on how everything's going here. Things are going to come really quickly. We've got 2 weeks before we open, which is just mental. I've just finished the wine list and the cocktail menu. First wine list I've written in probably 5 years. But I think I've done a really good one. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks, Post Shifters. I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you're listening, whatever platform you're on, give me a good rating, subscribe, listen along. I'm going to keep going. I really enjoy sitting down with people and learning where they're from, what they did, and how they got to where they were. So if you love it, give me a good 5 stars. If you don't, give me 1 and I'll try harder.